Koloba. A very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us on the news at 7. We sincerely apologize for bringing you the news behind schedule. Let's begin first with the top stories. Minister of Education moves to stop certificate forgery in Nigeria. Ikpa Road residents seek urgent attention against robbery attacks in the area. Plus, experts demand end to underage driving, highlight dangers on roads. Details will come your way very shortly. This broadcast is reaching you live on StarTimes channel 103 and on our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube. Do all to like and engage with us there. The federal government has announced a new national skills program aimed at connecting 20 million young Nigerians to jobs, training and entrepreneurship opportunities by 2030, with at least 60% of beneficiaries expected to be women. State House correspondent Abdul Rahman Jibrila reports that Vice President Kashim Shettima gave the assurance when he assumed the chairmanship position of the reactivated board of Generation Unlimited Nigeria.
This is the inaugural board meeting of Generation Unlimited Nigeria. Vice President Kashim Shettima described Nigeria's youthful population as the nation's superpower and comparative advantage in a rapidly aging world. The Generation Unlimited board meeting coincides with the International Youth Day 2025, themed Youth Innovation for a Sustainable Future.
And this is why Generation Unlimited Nigeria matters. It holds the promise of connecting 20 million young Nigerians to skills, employment and entrepreneurship opportunities by 2030. It is a demand-driven national talent pipeline, linking foundational and work readiness training directly to guaranteed livelihood pathways. It is an inclusive model that aims to serve both vulnerable and the job-ready, with a target that no less than 60% of beneficiaries will be female.
The vision is clear. It's to create a job, build and bridge the skill gaps, and develop the young people to give them empowerment and not just a token, but human capital development.
The Vice President pledged that all training under the initiative will align with the National Skills Qualification Framework to ensure that young people possesses not only the skills to work, but the credentials to compete globally.
Nigeria stands really as an accelerator and a model, not only for the region, but for our continent, our beloved continent, and for the globe. So I think whatever is done here is really very important and gives hope. And the program aims to reach 20 million young Nigerians by 2030.
And to say that the UN Nigeria, through the agencies represented around this table, but also the bigger family of UN, we are all committed to support this, because this is part of the youth's agenda of Nigeria.
Technology, AI is fundamentally reshaping the future of work. And the planet is facing an existential threat from climate change. That is the world young people are entering.
Launched in 2021, Generation Unlimited Nigeria is a public-private youth partnership platform targeting 20 million Nigerian youth by 2030, supporting their transition from learning to earning, productive work and active citizenship. From the State House, Abraham Jibrila, NTA News.
In tackling the disturbing trend of certificate forgery and racketeering. This was during an oversight by the ministry by the House of Representatives Joint Committee on Certificates Racketeering. National Assembly correspondent Muhammad Rabiu Ali reports.
Briefing the Joint Committee, Tunji Alausa vows to block all loopholes associated with processes of admission with a view to enhancing credibility in the nation's educational system.
I don't know why Nigerians are going to Togo and Cotonou to study. We have excess capacity here. These are students that could not pass WAEC that are going there. But if you're able to pass WAEC and pass JAM, there are lots of capacities within our institutions that are unfilled. It's to clear the name of Nigeria so that members of the International Committee will trust and respect our certificate.
The committee also engaged the National Youth Service Corps, where a principal suspect of certificate racketeering was identified. The committee was also at the National Universities Commission as a critical stakeholder.
We will just ask them, okay, just write my life in the university that you attended overseas. So, my journey from Sokoto or Enugu to Abuja. We put them in a hall here, and they'll start writing. In fact, some, sir, A, B, C, D to Z, gaps were left for them to fill, they could not.
Someone approached me innocently with that he has finished his PhD in this town. Where did you get it from? He just said University of is it Florida, and they have a seminary in Mararaba or something like that. So I asked him, what is the title of your thesis? Yes. Apparently he didn't know what a thesis was.
The oversight visit continues. Muhammad Rabiu Ali, NTA News.
Residents of Ikpa Road in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State are calling for urgent measures to bring to an end the lingering armed robbery attacks in the area. This call is coming after a recent robbery incident where over 20 houses were raided by hoodlums. Kelvin Samuel reports that bad road and lack of street lights are also a major concern in the area. The details of this report will feature in our subsequent bulletins. Akwa Ibom State government has waded into a protracted boundary dispute between Edeni Kodebum in Oroganam and Minya in Kparenin local government areas. Addressing representatives of both communities, the Deputy Governor, Akun Eyagenyi, announced the state government's commitment to pursuing amicable resolution of the disputes for peaceful and harmonious coexistence of the communities. Emedi Ongumo reports.
The Deputy Governor is reiterating that atmosphere of peace and unity which the Governor has established in the state is not applicable to the political landscape alone, but cuts across all sectors, hence the need for the warring communities to sheath their swords. The Deputy Governor called on the traditional rulers, youth and stakeholders of both communities to embrace peace.
We should be able to handle at least the internal land disputes so that we can continue to live as brothers and sisters. It's not the chairman. The chairmen are there, yes, but it is what the village council, what the youth will say. That is what the chairman will defer.
Chairman Nkparenin Local Government Council, Emmanuel Inyang, and his counterpart from Oroganam, Festus Akpan, supports the Deputy Governor's call for peace, affirming that as leaders of the areas in contention, they are eager to witness the restoration of peace and harmony.
What we want is peace. And as the local government chairman, I already told my colleague, this matter has dragged for too long. But in this administration, under the election of Pastor Mobatin, who is a peace ambassador, this matter will end. In fact, I told you before our first anniversary is October 7th.
Take your matters home and settle. That is why I don't do police, I don't do court case. I love peace. And I want to say, please, the people of Edeni Kodebum and the people of Minya, just like we've already said, they intermarried. They have in-laws here and there. And there's no point, I see no reason they should drop from this land matter. So I want to say, please, I join my friend to celebrate peace amongst us.
Presentations are made by the council to both communities as well as their village heads, who agree that an out-of-court settlement is the best option to ensure a prompt and lasting resolution. The deputy governor then constitutes a committee to inspect the disputed land ahead of the final settlement. From the government house, Emedi Omo, NTA News.
Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has passed a resolution calling on the State Ministry of Internal Security to promptly collaborate with other security agencies to secure the release of 13 persons reportedly abducted in their farms at Itumbonuzo in Ini local government area. The resolution follows a matter of urgent public importance raised by the member representing Ini State Constituency, Lawrence Udoide. Nsikak Okun reports.
Mr. Lawrence Ide, while expressing concern over rising cases of violence in his constituency, says 13 individuals were on July 14, 2025 adopted in their farms, suspecting that adopters are allegedly natives of Orochukwu in Abia State, following an ongoing land dispute between the two communities. The lawmaker is appealing to the State Assembly to take action by informing the state government to engage the Abia State government to facilitate the release of the 13 adopted indigents of Itumbonuzo.
Every point in time, we continue to face this attack from Abia State, precisely Orochukwu local government area. They have attacked Nkari, and up until as we speak, Mr. Speaker, the people are still living in fear. They crossed over to Iwere and attacked by people, and today in Itu, they also attacked my people, and they have abducted 13 people not yet released. Yes, I must also appreciate the local government chairman and all the security agencies, the Commissioner of Police, Director of SSS, and the Honorable Commissioner for Internal Security in their efforts to ensure that these people are being released. But as we speak, they have not been released.
The report was received through a motion by member representing Ibionibom State Constituency, Moses Essien, and was seconded by member representing Oran State Constituency, Idoro Etim. While deliberating on the matter, member representing Nsiribom State Constituency, Eric Akman, and member representing Ibionibom State Constituency, Moses Essien, described the incident as unacceptable and urged the state governments to work towards peaceful resolution of boundary disputes.
The primary aim of government is the security of life and property of their people. And I want to link my voice with the member and say, please, let the government of Akwa Ibom State interface with the government of Abia State to bring a lasting solution to this problem. Those who kidnap, what is the guarantee those that are supposed to go to farm will go to farm again? I think it's important our security agencies live up to expectation. We know they are trying, but in these kind of circumstances, for the sake of the promotion of their rights agenda of the governor, the security agencies must live up to expectation.
Speaker Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly Udemel Otong described the situation as pathetic and called on the state government to ensure the safe return of the adopted individuals. Nsikak Okon, NTA News.
Experts on road safety have linked the rise in auto crashes globally to careless attitude of inexperienced and underage drivers. This has left questions about safety of drivers and other road users unanswered. Olusheye Adagbo finds out the level of national response to ensure only mature and experienced drivers operate vehicles on Nigerian roads and the implementation of regulations in checkmating reckless attitudes.
Our camera stumbled on this lady, though her real age I don't know, but it is obvious that she is not experienced enough to sit behind the wheel. These are Abdulaziz Abdullahi and Nuruddin Abdulganiu. They are commercial drivers in the Federal Capital Territory and have been using the road for more than 15 years. They tell me how often they come across minors driving within the metropolis.
Both from Monday to Saturday, I'm following the road. We are seeing it through. Yes, I'm seeing underage.
Underage people that are driving now, they are more increasing than before.
Segun Ogunbemide, spokesperson of the Federal Road Safety Corps, has a different perspective on what people tag to be underage driving, but admits youths are the major culprits of reckless driving.
And that's what we've actually been receiving most time. They will just come and say there are so many underage drivers milling all over the roads and creating so much problems. But when we go out, we see someone that you rated as an underage having his driver's license, and the driver's license wouldn't have been given to him if he's not up to 18. But I would rather request that you put it in a different way by asking, why do we have most of our youth being involved in reckless driving, which I would want to say maybe is youthful exuberance. And we can't deny the fact that some of them are also driving under influence of alcohol and drugs.
In a UNICEF document, road traffic injuries are the leading causes of death among children and young adults aged 5 to 29 years. The FRSA spokesperson rules out the stringent measures in Nigeria to stop underage driving.
Before you can even qualify to make payment, you must have gone through the driving school establishment where they cannot even allow you to go through the rudiment of training without confirming that you are above 18 years. And when it gets to VIS, it's also believed that VIS must also have confirmed that this person being presented to them for proficiency test is also not an underage before it comes to FRSC for capturing. And in the process of capturing, we get your thumbprints, we get your age, your facial look, and everything. So for you to compromise that process, it takes a while.
Bisi Kazim, proprietor of a driving school who has been into road management for more than 3 decades, gives recommendations to correct the wrongs.
Parents should be aware that there are hazards and there are risks involved in allowing their wards to actually drive before 18. And they should equally be watchful, because most of the time these children even steal their keys and take their vehicles out, and it's not proper. And we're equally recommending that FRSC should not even be giving them citation only. They should not be giving them ticket. Once they are known to be underage, the vehicle should be impounded, and there must be proper education.
The traffic situation of every environment tells more of how organized that society will be. In Abuja, Olusheye Adiagbo, NTA News.
Bright Obochuo is now standing by to bring us the latest in the world of sports.
A month ago, Nigeria's capital city welcomed athletes from over 33 countries for the 2025 UFAC African Karate Championship held at the Velodrome of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Beyond boosting continental rankings, 7 Nigerian athletes from the tournament have now earned invitation to the World Championship. President of the Karate Federation of Nigeria, Silas Agara, says while the federation is not where it wants to be, it has made tremendous progress in a short time.
Gold medal came from the juniors, the cadets, and most of the medals came from the juniors and the cadets. So I think in the next 2 years, like I said, if we're able to mentor those athletes, we should have world champions in Nigeria. And as we speak, those juniors are already having good ranking in the world as we speak. And that was why we had 6 invites for them to participate in the World Championship later this year, November.
Elsewhere, Nigeria's men's basketball team, D Tigers, began their 2025 Afro-Basket campaign in Angola with a solid win over Madagascar. Attention now shifts to a tougher Group B clash against defending champions Tunisia, with basketball fans in Abuja saying it will be the true test of the team's championship ambitions.
If we get a positive result tomorrow against the lads from Tunisia, it's actually going to serve as a catalyst going forward in this tournament and probably help us boost their momentum and charge their morale as well.
In tennis, world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka eased into the Cincinnati Open quarterfinals with a 6-1, 6-5 win over Jessica Buzas Maniero. In the men's draw, Top seed Yannick Sinner defeated 37-year-old Frenchman Adrien Manarino 6-4, 7-6 to reach the last 8. Sinner broke Manarino early in the first set and despite the Frenchman's resistance, sealed the match in straight sets. For Sports Update, Bright Ebuchu, NTA News.
On the news tonight, thank you so much for watching. My name is Dianime Uko. Good night.